The rhythm fell silent, but silence was not peace.
When the beat stops, echoes begin.
In the hushed expanse of a world built on synchronicity, the third installment of the Aeons saga opens with a profound and unsettling silence. The metronomic pulse has ceased, leaving behind a void that is anything but peaceful. This quietude is heavy, laden with the ghosts of a rhythm now gone. It's a silence that invites introspection, compelling us to lean closer and listen for what remains. The episode's initial moments establish a powerful dichotomy: the stark industrial stillness of a city draped in morning fog, and the faint, almost imperceptible hum of memory stirring beneath the surface. It's here, in this vacuum of sound, that the central theme of memory versus control first plants its seed. This simple yet potent declaration frames the entire narrative about to unfold. It challenges our conventional understanding of order and tranquility, positing that the enforced unity of the past was not harmony, but a form of suppression. The silence that follows is, therefore, not a resolution, but a new kind of tension. It's a canvas waiting to be filled, not by a single monolithic beat, but by a symphony of individual expressions.
When the beat stops, echoes begin.
An echo is not a command. It's a remnant, a trace of what was, allowed to fade and transform on its own terms. It implies a natural process of recollection, one that can't really be dictated or synchronized. Even in the city's dormancy, antennae pulse with a faint, ethereal blue light, first signs of the echoes, technological remnants of human touch and intention, refusing to be completely silenced by the new stillness that has fallen over the world. The opening minutes are meticulously crafted to build a sense of unease and anticipation. The score starts with a low cello drone, blending with metallic air tones that speak of the city's industrial soul. A whispered choir enters, adding a layer of human spirituality to the cold, mechanical landscape. The slow, deliberate 5/4 time signature creates a feeling of unresolved tension, a rhythmic imbalance that mirrors the world's own state of flux. It's a pulse that's not quite a march, not quite a lament, but something in between, a heartbeat learning to beat for itself again, tentatively exploring the newfound space left by the silence. This is the world of I, where the past is not dead, but merely listening. She calls them echoes, machines that remember the hands that made them.
Every creation carries a trace of its creator, a resonance that endures long after the hands that shaped it are gone.
The past doesn't speak in words, it resonates.
As the film transitions from the vast silent cityscape to the intimate confines of Radha's archive, the concept of the echo begins to take on a more tangible and personal form. The silence of the city gives way to a different kind of quiet, one filled with the soft rustle of ancient scrolls and the low hum of dormant technology. This is a sanctuary of memory, a place where the past is not recorded in words, but is embedded within the very fabric of objects. Radha, a keeper of these forgotten histories, interacts with her collection not as an archivist cataloging data, but as a medium communing with spirits. Her world is a testament to the idea that every creation carries a trace of its creator, a resonant frequency that endures long after the hands that shaped it are gone. The contrast between the dusty, organic texture of scrolls and the cold, precise etching on metal plates highlights a world where history is layered and complex. It suggests that the machines, once tools of a rigid, synchronized system, possess a deeper, more intrinsic memory. They are not merely inert objects, but vessels of experience, their circuits and plates holding the patterns of human touch, effort, and perhaps even emotion. When Radha runs her fingers over their surfaces, the quiet hum they emit is not a malfunction, but a response, a conversation between the present and the past.
The past doesn't speak in words, it resonates.
Resonance is a physical phenomenon, a vibration that is felt rather than just understood. It implies that to connect with the past, one does not need to decipher a language, but must learn to listen with a different kind of sensitivity. In Radha's archive, this resonance is made almost literal. The patterns etched on the metal plates are not just data. They are the physical embodiment of a rhythm, a story that can be felt. This concept directly challenges the control-obsessed ideology of the old world, which sought to define and dictate every piece of information, leaving no room for interpretation or feeling. The lighting design creates a stark contrast between the warm, amber glow of Radha's lamps and the cold, clinical beam of light entering from a high window, a visual metaphor for the episode's central conflict, the warmth of organic, remembered history versus the cold, imposed order of an external system. The accompanying music, with its subtle tanpura drone and soft brush drums, weaves a delicate, meditative rhythm that feels both ancient and immediate. The narrative shifts from Radha's reverent archive to Arya's analytical search, blending the mystical with the technological. Arya examines digital footage, seeking subtle signs of individuality within the factory's rigid order. She discovers a hidden rhythm, personal memories echoing beneath control. Sometimes, freedom is as subtle as dust stirred by a worker's hand, a quiet act of remembering who you are. As the silent cityscape fades, we enter Radha's archive, a living sanctuary thick with memory and resonance. Here, history is tangible. Objects absorb the intentions and emotions of those who touch them. Memory is a physical force, a resonant energy, waiting to be felt. Radha, the mystic guardian, moves quietly, attuned to the whispers of the past. The archive stands in stark contrast to the world outside, a sanctuary where memory endures, alive in metal, paper, and dust. Radha's connection to these objects is more than memory. It's touch, action, and resonance. The past isn't just written, it's felt, vibrating through every artifact. Each mark, each vibration, is a living echo. History you can feel. These silent machines become witnesses, holding the energy of their makers. In Radha's hands, the line between human and machine blurs. Resonance endures. The archive itself becomes a powerful metaphor for memory, drawing a line between the grand and the tiny. While Radha connects with the major artifacts, the scrolls and metal plates, the official records of a lost era, the space around her is alive with its own history. Even the air is thick with memory. The dust floating in the light isn't just decoration. It's a reminder that history isn't locked away in objects. It's everywhere, in the very particles drifting through the room. The dust is made of tiny fragments, bits of paper, specks of metal, even traces of people who once passed through. Their slow, swirling dance is a kind of rhythm, a ballet of forgotten moments that goes on and on. This, honestly, connects the big, human-scale memories of the plates to something way more elemental. The archive is just saturated with echoes, from the deliberate patterns on copper to the random drift of dust motes. All these layers make the past feel textured, not just a single story, but a complex presence you have to navigate with care. The soundscape here is, well, kind of amazing. The low hum of the metal plates is always there, like a baseline of history. On top of that, you get softer sounds, the rustle of paper, the faint whisper of air, mirroring the dust and representing the little fleeting echoes that fill the space. The result is a world where history is made up of countless tiny stories, each with its own quiet voice and rhythm.
You have to listen to all of it. Not just the loudest echoes, but the smallest ones too.
Radha isn't just focused on one thing. She's tuned into the entire symphony around her. Her calm, meditative way shows she gets it. The story on the plate is part of the same history as the dust on her shoulders. This understanding is what makes her special. She doesn't try to pin down or sort the past. She wants to experience it all, every layer. And honestly, that's the foundation for what Arya will learn later. That true freedom isn't about breaking the system, but about hearing the million tiny rhythms that have always been playing underneath it all.
The past doesn't speak in words, it resonates.
That line, right there, is more than just poetry. It's the heart of everything in this episode. After immersing us in this world of echoes, It challenges the idea that language and logic are the only ways to understand truth. Instead, it's about a deeper, vibrational connection, something that goes way beyond what we can explain. There's a clear contrast here: control versus resonance. Control is all about imposing order, giving commands, demanding that everyone march to the same beat. Resonance, though, is different. It needs a source, a medium, and a receiver that's willing to vibrate in sympathy. It's a conversation, not a lecture. In this world, the old regime, the rhythm, was all about control, drowning out every other beat. But Radha's archive, and the echoes inside it, stand for resonance. A whole spectrum of frequencies, just waiting for someone to tune in and let themselves be moved. The sheer scale of the archive is humbling. Radha is just one person, listening to one echo among millions. The room, filled with forgotten things, reminds us that the past is vast, and no one can know it all. But with patience, anyone can resonate with a part of it, and in doing so, connect to something much bigger than themselves. So, the time spent in Radha's archive kind of redefines the central conflict. It's not just about freedom versus oppression. It's about two ways of being: control, which silences difference, and resonance, which thrives on diversity and the interplay of countless voices. As we leave the quiet of the archive, this new understanding lingers. The echoes aren't just ghosts. They're seeds of a different future, not a single overwhelming beat, but a symphony of unique and individual resonances.
So, Arya, you're switching gears here, yeah? From Radha's spiritual touch to this super forensic modern detective thing.
The lens shifts from Radha's quiet archive to Arya's analytical search: modern, investigative, digital. Arya isn't after the obvious. She's looking for tiny, invisible things that don't fit. She's searching for the human ghost in the machine, proof of individuality beneath control. Her setup is all screens and blue glow, a digital seance, looping the same clip, seeking truth. Arya and Radha, two paths, same goal: to uncover the echoes of freedom. Arya's breakthrough comes not from what she sees, but how she chooses to see. Slowing the footage, she discovers a hidden world, dust swirling in intricate patterns, revealing a secret rhythm beneath the factory's order. In that moment, control is shattered. Memory and individuality dance in the light, a ghost in the pixels. Arya expands her search, analyzing archival footage from factories across cities, seeking hidden echoes beneath the rhythm's control. Patterns emerge, organic, unique, and persistent, hidden in dust, steam, and water. The cold blue of her screens gives way to warm copper overlays as Arya uncovers a global phenomenon. The rhythm's control was an illusion. Humanity's individuality always persisted, quietly resisting. Arya realizes freedom is not created, but remembered and allowed to resonate. As Arya sits back, surrounded by screens all glowing with the copper signatures of discovered echoes, she arrives at a fundamental understanding that transcends her data. She has deciphered a language. This is the language of memory, a form of communication that does not rely on words or symbols. It is a universal human language. Arya's work is an act of translation, making this forgotten language visible once more. Memory reminds you who you are. The struggle is between being defined from the outside and defining oneself from within. Arya's search concludes with a profound shift in perspective. The problem is not that the world has fallen silent. The problem is that people have forgotten how to listen. The solution is to create the conditions for individual rhythms to be heard again. Her discovery provides the crucial insight that will guide the resistance.
The patterns are gone. There's no single beat anymore, just noise. Every note is out of sync.
The world's heart has fractured into a symphony of dissonance.
The fracture is abrupt, a worldwide schism. Silence gives way to a cacophony of emerging rhythms. Each city now pulses with its own tempo, the world rediscovering its many voices.
The world's heart has split into many beats.
Kavi's workstation transforms chaos into a living map, each region pulsing with its own rhythm and color. The world is no longer a monolith, but a collection of distinct cultural heartbeats. The fracture is an act of cultural reclamation, each community reclaiming its ancestral rhythm. Now, even the cities themselves begin to sing along. As the reality of the global fracture settles in, I find myself asking the question that, honestly, sits at the very heart of everything. Each city found its own tempo. Chaos or freedom? It's really not a question with a simple answer. What we see now is a tapestry of life, vibrant and unpredictable. A return to individuality, to cultural expression, to rhythms that are as unique as the people living them. There's so much energy, so much release, and sure, a bit of messiness too. But in the midst of all this joy, there are moments of real confusion. Traffic snarls, markets in turmoil, algorithms failing to keep up. It's a reminder that the old world, for all its flaws, offered a certain stability. So, is this chaos or is it freedom? Maybe it's both. The collapse of the old order is liberating, but it's also, well, a little scary. The transition isn't smooth, and the joy of expression comes with the challenge of living in a world without a single, unifying rhythm. The question lingers. What kind of world do we truly want? Now let's go a little deeper. It's not just about chaos versus freedom anymore. It's about the beauty and complexity of a world filled with many rhythms. So many, in fact, that they start to weave together in unexpected ways. We're seeing life at its most intimate, a craftsman striking copper, each blow deliberate, almost like he's composing his own song. It's not just work now, it's performance, it's personal, it's alive. And then there's a child by the sea, drawing spirals that somehow echo the patterns I once saw on my monitor. There's a connection there, something deep and intuitive, human creativity, finding its way back to nature after being suppressed for so long.
In the square, musicians gather, not to follow a conductor, but to improvise, to listen, to respond. Each of us plays our own rhythm, but we're not ignoring each other. It's a conversation, We find harmony in the dissonance. It's not about unity through sameness, but about coexistence, about making something richer together than we ever could alone.
Yeah, and the music of this world, wow, it's something else. Taiko drums, tabla, djembe, and this persistent electronic beat. It's challenging, but honestly, exhilarating. Every culture is speaking at once, not to drown each other out, but to create a new kind of symphony. That's the real theme here. Unity, not through uniformity, but through the harmonious integration of diversity.
When every voice sings its own song, who is left to hear the harmony? Or maybe does a world of a million freedoms have any room left for togetherness?
It's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, if we all just drift off into our own rhythms, what's left to hold us together? What's the common ground?
The fracture has opened the world, set it free, but also left it vulnerable. Freedom isn't a finish line. It's the start of a new, way more complicated conversation. How do we build something that honors the individual, but doesn't forget the collective?
That's the question, really. The old order is gone, and whatever comes next, it's up to us to figure it out.
The world has been broken open, revealing all these vibrant, chaotic memories that were hidden away. Liberation feels amazing, but now there's this uncertainty, this sense of, well, what now? The old rhythm is gone, and the new one hasn't been written yet. The question hangs in the air, unresolved, waiting for someone, anyone, to answer.
From up here, the city isn't a collection of people, it's a living system, a stream of data, something to be managed, not celebrated. All that chaos below, the noise, the unpredictable rhythms, it's a critical error, not a sign of life. I don't see the fracture as freedom, I see it as a sickness, and I'm the only one who can cure it. Order isn't cruelty, it's compassion. Someone has to keep the world from tearing itself apart.
Noah Iyer stands in his penthouse, surrounded by cold, cyan light and minimalist perfection. His world is stripped of sentiment, shaped by logic and control. Where others see possibility, he sees risk. The pulsing, multicolored map beneath his gaze is not a celebration of diversity, but a warning of approaching chaos. He believes, truly believes, that the single rhythm once brought peace and prosperity, and its loss spells disaster. For Noah, unity is salvation. He is the shepherd, convinced his flock is lost without him. The contrast between his sterile sanctuary and the vibrant world below could not be sharper. Up here, precision rules. Down there, life pulses in unpredictable colors and sounds. As the music shifts, so does the atmosphere. Order, heavy and absolute, begins to reassert itself. Noah's calm resolve is not villainy, but a deeply held conviction that stability is worth any price. His gaze, fixed and determined, signals that change, maybe even a reckoning, is about to come.
Signal Cohesion Protocol.
His words are calm, almost gentle, but they carry the force of a global command. There's no room for debate, only the certainty of a system designed to bring the world back into line. The language is soothing, almost beautiful. Cohesion and protocol sound like progress, like care. But beneath the surface, this is an act of war against individuality and memory, a desperate move to silence the new echoes before they can take root. He wants one rhythm to rule them all. The mask of benevolence slips, revealing the true nature of the protocol: domination, not harmony. Noah's quest for unity is really a quest for ultimate power, a desire to bind the world to his singular will. Now, the conflict is no longer abstract. It's a direct confrontation, freedom versus enforced order. Noah aims to replace the messy symphony of many with the tyranny of one.
Unity is the kindest mask for control.
The philosopher's warning cuts through the moment, a reminder echoed through history. The most effective forms of oppression are those disguised as virtue. Noah's protocol isn't sold as tyranny, but as a return to peace. The road to servitude, after all, is often paved with the very best intentions. As his command spreads, the world's infrastructure of control awakens. Server farms, broadcast towers, network hubs, all pulse with the same cold light. The system that once kept the rhythm is now weaponized, not to connect, but to overwrite and resynchronize, to enforce conformity with a terrifying ease. The cohesion protocol sweeps across the world as a blinding flash of white light. Every screen erupts in pure white, erasing the vibrant diversity that had just begun to bloom. The world's rhythms are arrested. People freeze, their newfound freedom ripped away in an instant. All sounds are cut off, replaced by a high, piercing tone, the pure sound of control. When the tone fades, the cold, synthetic pulse of the cohesion protocol remains. The brief experiment in freedom is over. The struggle now is to survive the overwhelming tide of enforced unity.
Order is being restored. The errors are being corrected. Chaos is being brought to heel.
Unity is the kindest mask for control.
Noah's kindness is a profound cruelty, denying people the right to their own consciousness. He demands uniformity, not unity, compliance, not community. The cohesion protocol is a slow wave, not an instant victory, creating a window for defiance. The necessity of resistance has never been clearer. The resistance faces an existential threat as the cohesion protocol's digital tide spreads. Arya, Radha, and Kavi realize they can't fight the network with brute force.
Then with delay.
Their plan is not to overpower, but to subtly disrupt. introducing hesitation into the machine's relentless march. They'll whisper into the gaps, not shout over the signal. Their weapon is imperfection, not power. This marks a turning point, fighting not as machines, but as humans. They'll remind the network of the unpredictable, beautifully inefficient world it seeks to control. Delay becomes their weapon, a technical and philosophical rebellion. Arya codes a virus that injects microsecond delays into the network, guided by Radha's intuitive sense of rhythm.
Here, it is too rigid. It needs a pause.
Radha helps Arya find pressure points where small delays cause the greatest disruption. Their virus is a digital echo, carrying the memory of a more human pace. Noah's protocol is brittle. 1,000,000 tiny vibrations can shatter it. The latency virus redirects the network's own speed against itself. By introducing delay, they force the perfect machine to face the messy reality of life. Arya deploys the latency virus. No explosion, just a silent drop in the torrent. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, a flicker data packets arrive late, delays cascade. The advancing cyan light blurs. The protocol's perfect pulse stutters.
Even machines need to breathe.
The virus forces the system to pause, reintroducing organic rhythm.
We haven't broken it, Arya. We've reminded it of its limits. The cold cyan flickers, replaced by peaceful quiet. Natural sounds return. The world is heard again. The machine pauses, and in that pause, life reemerges. The world has a chance to breathe once more.
The climax is not victory, but profound stillness.
You can hear it, Arya. Your own heartbeat. That's the real counterpoint to the machine.
Her heartbeat is the rhythm of life, the true victory.
This moment is yours, Arya, but it's also everyone's. Kavi's map glows amber, the color of memory, of potential. The world hasn't returned to chaos or control, but found a state of grace. The amber light is a space for echoes to return.
The resistance created space for all rhythms, not just their own.
Your heartbeat, Arya, is the only rhythm that matters right now.
It's a testament to being alive and free.
We held the line. We protected the silence where the echoes live.
Now they wait and listen for the world's new song, a single, steady heartbeat against the storm. The world settles into quiet, unchoreographed grace. The oppressive cyan is gone. Warm, natural tones fill the streets. People move with unique rhythms, guided by their own purpose. Vignettes show a market, no chaos, but a dance of intersecting paths. There's no central command, but a sense of collective harmony. This is the symphony of the individual order through difference, not erasure. The beauty of freedom is in everyday actions, lived by one's own pulse. The world's new harmony is fragile, but infinitely richer and more human.
Creation echoes through every level of life. Society and the individual, art and technology, all resonating together. At my forge, each strike is a conversation with the metal, a rhythm shaped by memory and material. A child's drawing mirrors digital waves, showing how creation connects us all. True freedom comes from attuning to the world's natural rhythms, not controlling them. In this harmony, the rhythm of hand, sea, and soul sing quietly together.
As the world settles into its new, peaceful cadence, my voice returns for this final, contemplative monologue. There's a softness to it now, a sense of profound peace and understanding. Echoes are proof that silence once existed. The resistance's victory was the restoration of this silence. The world is finally at peace, quiet enough for everyone to be themselves, together.
The finale brings the narrative to a gentle and hopeful close. Arya steps out onto a balcony, the same vantage point from which she has often observed the city. But the view is different now. The city is alive with light, but it is not the cold, uniform pulse of before. It is a warm, twinkling constellation of countless individual lights, some bright, some dim, some flickering, some steady. It is a city that looks and feels organic, a living organism breathing in the cool night air. The camera pans across this vista, a final sweeping testament to the beauty of a world that has reclaimed its soul. It is a vision of hope, a promise that technology and humanity can coexist in a healthier, more balanced way. We listen not to control sound, but to keep it alive.
And so the world breathes again, each in its own time. This beautiful, simple line confirms that the latency virus was more than a technical fix. It was a form of CPR for a suffocating world. The globe is no longer holding its breath under the weight of control. It is breathing, and each breath is unique. The line is a promise of a future where individuality is not a bug, but a feature, where the rhythm of each life is sacred. It is a quiet, profound, and deeply earned conclusion to a mystical journey. The episode ends as it began, with music and silence. The iconic 5-note Aeon motif returns, for the first time played not on synths or grand orchestral strings, but on a gentle piano accompanied by the soft, intricate beat of a tabla. It is the theme of the series, but it has been transformed, humanized, given a new warmth and intimacy. As the music fades over a full 30 seconds, it leaves behind only the natural ambience of the living, breathing city. The final fade to black is not an ending, but a pause, a breath, leaving us in a state of peaceful contemplation, listening to the echoes in our own silence.